Okay, so let's talk about how to pick the perfect shadow for you. With so many options out there, it's kind of confusing and kind of hard, but it doesn't have to be. It's totally simple and totally easy. So let's just take this for example. We have a palette. This is just a regular palette, shadows. You have some lights, you have some shimmers, you have some mattes, all in one thing. Now this would seem like the easiest option, right? And it is the quickest option. Whenever I'm in a hurry and I need to just quickly throw together a look, I'm gonna grab a palette because it has all the colors in it that I need. I don't have to dig around for the right one that I'm looking for, and it's just really simple. A palette is gonna be the simplest and easiest thing to use. You're gonna have 3 matte colors in each palette. You're gonna have 2 high shimmers and 2 low shimmers. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless. You can use any type of brush that is available to you, any kind of brush that's, you know, quickly in your hand, and you can create any type of look that you want. Now, because I only use unique products, we have 3. We have Addiction Palette 1, which is our nude colors. We have Addiction Palette 2, which is like our blacks and our browns to make a perfect smoky eye. And then we have Palette 3, which is got some purples and some pinks and some golds, browns, black. So that's our palette. Easiest, quickest, on the go, gotta go type shadow. So that's what you're gonna wanna pick for that. Now, as far as the colors go, you know, some people use certain ones for eye colors. I kind of go with whatever mood I'm in. I know that sounds so funny, but I don't stick to anything and I don't shy away from anything. My eyes are brown. Sometimes depending on what I'm wearing, they'll have a green tint to them, but I'm gonna wear whatever color shadow I feel like wearing. So I don't really base my shadows according to eye color or preference or anything. I do it solely off of like whatever mood I'm in that day and whatever I feel like using. Okay, next we have our loose pigments. Now, using a loose pigment, and I will say this, our pigments are mineral, so when you're putting them on, you're gonna pick it up, you're gonna dust it off, and then you're gonna pat it. You don't really rub, you pat. That's how you're gonna get the best color and the best quality to yours. There are a ton of different choices to choose from. What I always say is you can go with a lighter color on your lid and then a darker color on the outside, or you can do the darker color and then the lighter color. Now, if I'm gonna use liner that day or whatever, I'm probably gonna put the lightest color over here and the darkest color on the outside, but it's kind of whatever floats your boat, right? So we have loose pigments. These, you know, are gonna take a little bit longer to deal with, but not as much. But you have a ton more choices with these. Ton more choices. There are 16 shimmers and 16 mattes that we have available. So again, the possibilities are literally endless. And I mean, they're so versatile. You can use them, I've used them on my lips before because I'll use like an eye primer and I'll put it on my lip and then I'll just pat my color onto it. That's how I get a ton of different lip color looks. I mean, they're just so extremely versatile. I did a look just earlier actually where I was using Sexy Pigment as a highlight to my bronzed look. That's how I got a bronzy glow. So they're extremely versatile and they're way easy to use. Now, a lot of times whenever I'm using these loose pigments, I will use one shimmer color and one matte color just because it's blendable together. It's really easy to get a seamless and perfect look. And like I said, there are 16 choices of shimmers and 16 choices of mattes. Possibilities are literally endless. Now, I've saved what I think is the best for last just because it is my absolute favorite. These are our Splurge Cream Shadows. I can't even, I was so scared to use a cream shadow before just because I didn't know much about it. I had heard in the past that they creased really bad, that they just weren't great for like hooded eyes. Like my eye is hooded, but I decided not to let other people, you know, cloud my judgment anymore. And I tried them for myself. Now they are really, really pillowy and soft, and they're going to dry to a powder anyway. So A cream shadow is going to give you a very extremely long wear. And just like the other ones, you're going to pat it into place. This is extravagant, by the way, and it's like this beautiful gold color. But see, you just pat it into place, so it's very, very pigmented. And you know, if you're wanting a softer look, then you're definitely gonna go with a palette or with a loose pigment. If you're wanting a very bold pop of color, you're gonna go with a cream shadow, because look how creamy that is. I'm creamy. Look how pigmented that is. Now, like I said, it's gonna dry to a powder anyway, so it's extremely blendable too. This is Defiant. That is my favorite color, favorite cream shadow color. So let's just say this was my eye, and I would want to put, you know, the darker color on the outside. I'm gonna put it where it goes, but then I need to blend it, right? Because it's two different colors together. So I'm just gonna let it dry for a second, and then I'm gonna show you how easy it is to blend. I would just take just a regular deluxe brush and blend with it. Now, I do need to let it dry a bit. But then I can take a deluxe brush and I can just, with small circular motions, I can begin to blend it. I can blend in the middle, I can blend all around it, and the majority of the color is going to stay in place, but then I'm just going to blend them together so that they're seamless and flawless. And look how well that blended together. Now, tell me that's not gorgeous, right? So, from a cream shadow to a loose pigment to a palette, you can get all different kinds of looks, all different kinds of colors. Now, if you do have a certain look that you're going for, definitely hit me up in the comments. I will be happy to help you pick which colors would go best with what and which look that you're going for. But they're so versatile and so fun to play with. Possibilities are endless. Okay? Bye, guys.